What is good, my people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the Qualifier HSL tool, which is number 8 on our list. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. Let's roll the intro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel once more. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you keep getting notifications and expand your knowledge when it comes to color grading. So today we are going to talk about the Qualifier tool. Basically, the Qualifier tool is actually made for isolating colors. For example, you want to isolate red from blue, or blue from another color. Like you just want to pick a particular color and work on that color. You can actually use the Qualifier tool to do that. So, but I think when we were using DaVinCi 16, we had just the 2D qualifier, which is this. This is what you see in the interface. This is actually the 2D qualifier. But then there has been a recent upgrade from, I think, from 18 up to 19, which is the recent one. We have the 3D qualifier. So I'm going to show you how to use this tool, basically, to know when to use it. And most times we use this qualifier when we want to work on our skin tones. For example, you want to work on this skin to have a sweet, nice looking skin in your color grading. You can use the qualifier tool to do that. So basically, first of all, I'm supposed to make a color correction on this, but we might go into a long process and we are not supposed to do that now. I just want to show you how to use the qualifier tool. So I'll just drop a lot I created. I'll just drop that lot. So I'm sure it will fit our image, and then from here we'll carry on. Basically, at the end of the video, at the end of the whole course and everything, we are going to follow all this process and create a good color for our image, and I'll show you how you can save that color as a lot and use it on other image and work on better projects. Yeah, so I just dropped a lot right now, and we came from this to this. So let me put it here and create a new node, and then the image is balanced already for now because everything is looking okay, but I just want to show you how to use the qualifier tool now to work on the skin tone, and you will see the difference between the 2D qualifier and the 3D qualifier. So let's start. So yeah, this is her skin here, and she's not the only one with this color of skin. You can see her friends also have similar color of skin tone. So what do we want to do? We want to make sure that when we select this skin, we are picking everybody's skin. So now we are in the 2D qualifier. This is our picker. You click here, and then this is to subtract from what you've picked. This is to add from what you've picked. This is to feather, to subtract and feather out what you don't want, and this is to feather in or to add in what you want to make it smooth and nice, and then this is to invert your selection. So let me show you. So we come to her skin here, and then we pick. Now when you want to see what we've done, we could use Shift H, or we could just click on this button up here. Now you can see we've selected her skin, her friend's skin, and both yellow and red. Now I'll explain why. Now basically the Qualifier HSL tool is basically a 2D dimensional qualifier. It works mainly only on our hue, saturation, and luma, and this is basically what it joins to create our colors completely. Hue stands for the color, saturation, and then the luma stands for the light. So basically all this together brings out our color, and that's what we can see. So you can actually adjust this by coming here. Now this is our hue. You can see this is our hue, stands for the color here. This is our saturation here. Can you see S? This is the saturation line, and then this is the L, the luma, is down here, which is with our lights from the bright side to the dark side. So now we can start by adjusting our hue. Now why it picked both yellow and red is because this and yellow, red, and her skin is because these colors are sitting close to each other. they sit close to each other, both red, yellow, and colors that are on warm tones. They sit close to each other. So because this image has also been compressed, it did not pick the colors correctly and smooth, so it had to spread. But we can actually adjust it by using this tool here. So we can keep going in, making sure we want to pick only our skin, and we can keep going. Now this is we working on the saturation, reducing the lower tone of the saturation. That's where it's actually not having enough color of the type of her skin. For example, let me take it back here. You can see it picked this side, but it's not as saturated as her skin. So we come to this saturation here, and then we go to the lower side and we start pushing it up. Start pushing it till we see we are picking only her skin and her friend's skin. So this Luma now deals both with the darker sides and the brighter side. So let's work on it and see. You can see that as I take it back, it was able to open up the dark sides in the image. If I take it front, it's going to cover it up. You can see. And let's take it back and let's take the bright side up and see if there's anything it wants to pick. So nothing really. So after this, you can come to this place now. This clean blacks and clean whites. Now what this basically helps us do is, if we click on the clean white and we drag it up, it's going to help us clean the parts that were not selected properly but wants to be selected, that has similar color to her skin tone, probably in her skin. Maybe there's a little bit of dark lights there or brightness there. And then clean blacks will help us clean the places that are not supposed to be selected if you boost them up. And then we'll come to our blur radius just make the selection nice and clean. And then when we come to this number 2 here and we denoise it, basically we are cleaning the noise and the edges of our selection. Also the blur radius also helps us to blur and feather the edges of our image. So now after this selection, you can basically decide to work on the skin tone of this person that you've selected. So basically in our virtuoscope here, this line sitting here is called the skin tone indicator line, and basically most times it's accurate. So all you have to do is to maybe come to your primary wheels. You could use your offset or your gamma to adjust the skin. For example, you can actually just boost it up and then shift it towards that line. Let me open it up so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so this is it. Let me take it back. This was how it was before. You could see where it is. So now let's boost it up a little and then make sure it's sitting in the line, in the middle of the line. And then let's go back, and once I open up this image, you're going to see that our skin tone is saturated and kind of having a reddish color in it. So can you see? Now this is us working on our skin tone. So now you can decide to bring it down and say, okay, the saturation is too much. I don't want it to be too much. And then probably just take down or increase your contrast a little on the skin tone. And then just take down the saturation to make sure our image is looking nice and not too oversaturated. So this is before and this is after. Now this is a good way to select your skin tone, but there is a more better way to do that, and that's using our 3D qualifier tool. So let's come back to our qualifier and let's cancel everything. Now we've cancelled everything, so the whole color is showing on the whole image. So let's just let me take this off. I'll just take this node off and create a new node, which is a serial node with option S. So this is a new node. I want to work on the same skin. So we come here to our 3D qualifier. Now one thing the 3D qualifier helps you do is that it helps you pick these things accurately. You can see that we had to go through a longer process to select just the skin, but with this 3D qualifier you actually see that it's to pick the skins for us easy and smooth. So let's go. All we have to do is just click and drag and draw around till it picks what we want. So this is us going down, and I'll leave it here first, then we shift H. Can you see? Already it's picking up everything we want without us going through working on the saturation, the lights, and the colors. Can you see? So it's already picking everything for us. This is me still clicking, going towards the dark side to make sure that everything is going perfectly fine. And we have similar selection with what we did before. So all we have to do now, we could decide to do the same thing. We clean up the blacks. I don't know why the system is hanging today. We clean up our whites, and then also we blur radius just a little, and then we come to this second panel and denoise our image. So now we can decide. Let me open up this again, and let's do same thing with what we did with the first selection we did. So let's push our color up. You can see it's up, and let's take it to the middle of the line, and we can decide to bring it down a little if it's oversaturated. So now let's cancel this and open up our image. Can you see? We have just our skins selected from her to this lady here. So all we need to do now, we can bring down our saturation level as this, and then just maybe add, and boom, you've worked on your skin tone. If you want to make the skin smooth, you could just add the mid-tone details. We could just take it down a little. Maybe we could leave it at let's say 20. Most times for men we leave it at 15, 17. That's my preference, sure. And then for ladies I go 25. So if I open up the image, if I open up the first one, let me take this off, and we're back to this, and let me take this on with the first selection we did. So let me take the first selection off, and that both of them can give us similar results, but it is preferable you use the 3D tool. It helps you pick your image better and easier than using the 2D qualifier tool. You can use anyone that works for you, anyone that works better for you is actually okay. Let me just deselect the first one. You can see the same color on where we selected in the second node, but let me just the 2D qualifier and maybe just select yellow. I want to show you that colors too if you want to. This is me selecting yellow. So you should know that if we use our 3D qualifier, the selection of the yellow is going to be better and much more easier. And then I could decide to just play with my colors. Can you see? This is me playing and changing the colors of the yellow which I just selected. So you can actually use this qualifier to isolate colors, select colors, and give them a different look. And if you want smooth and nice skin tones too, if you want to create that pop and separation from your skin tone from its background, like your image from its background, your subject from its background, the lady from the background, we could use the qualifier tool to do that, and we can have a smooth selection of skin tone, and you're actually going to see the difference that, okay, I can actually see the person looking nice, and I can see the background is having a different color. So yes, you can actually use the qualifier tool to do that. Make sure you keep subscribing and liking to my make sure you keep liking my videos and sharing, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share my videos to your friends and others that want to learn color grading. Thank you once more for coming to this channel today, and don't forget that I have my masterclass going on. So if you want to learn color grading faster, easier, and have more understanding, feel free to hit me up. My number and my social media handle is on the screen. Thank you once more. I'll see you up in the next class.